Hey guys, welcome to Discover Music, and today we are talking about the first studio album and their debut of heavy metal outfit from Miami, Florida, Black Tide. And this album is, I believe, contains the first song that I ever heard from Black Tide, Warriors of Time. And this first album, Light from Above, contains 3 hit singles that Black Tide has released: Shockwave, Shout, and Warriors of Time. And these 3 songs really sparked and created the career that they have today, though it has fizzled over time. Okay, let's dive right into the album. So it starts off with the song Shockwave, which is a real hard-hitting, guitar-heavy song with powerful vocals. And it's a good listen. I suggest all of you to go out and listen to it. Okay, the next one is Shout. Okay, Shout is another great song. Again, hard on the guitars and the drums and great soaring vocals. A little bit better than Shockwave in my opinion. And I rated it number 1 on this album. Number 3, Warriors of Time. The big 3 right in the beginning of the album. Another great song, a little bit scaled back, but still has a nice groove to it and a very melodic sound, and it's a really good song. I recommend listening to that one too. So now we have 3 good songs, pretty great songs right in the beginning of this debut album for Black Tide. So it looks like things are gonna be very good. And the next 2, Give Me a Chance, Let Me, solid songs, not quite in that great category, but they're really solid, and they have garnered multiple listens from me, and I've rated them pretty solidly. And then the next track, Show Me the Way, which would be the 6th track on their debut album, kind of starts going to that mediocre kind of, I've heard this already, and it's not very enticing as a song, and it just doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't really sit that well with me. It's a little bit above average. It's a huge contrast to the other 5 songs that begin this album. So it's really a step back for them. But they come back firing with the next 2, Enterprise and Live Fast, Die Young, which are 2 pretty solid tracks. They have garnered again multiple listens with me. They're in about the same class as Give Me a Chance and Let Me. They're at about the same level, and they're all good songs to listen to. Okay, next on the list is Hit the Lights, which is a famous Metallica song, as many metalheads would know. And this song it's not good. This cover it breaks the flow of the album. Yes, Live Fast, Die Young was a really fast-paced metal song that really lives up to its title, Live Fast, Die Young. But Hit the Lights, I know I'm gonna get hate mail for this. Not a huge fan of the original song. Not a huge fan of Hit the Lights from Metallica. And this cover from Black Tide it didn't do it for me. Great guitar work though. I have to give it that great guitar work. But just overall, the song very skippable. Almost actually just you want to skip it, and it's just not good. But the next song, Black Abyss, does save it. Does save the sound. Black Abyss is a really good song. It is worth listening to, and it's a good song overall. And then we come to the title track, Light from Above. I'm very torn on this track. Like, sometimes I listen to it and I like it. Has a good atmosphere to it, but other times it gets drawn out and it's actually quite boring. So I'll let you guys decide and tell me in the comments below what you think of that song. So that's the end of the standard edition to this album. So now we move on to the 3 bonus tracks that have been released with this: Black Widow, Again, and Rise. Not much to say about these bonus tracks. Not really that good. The only one that I'd say that would be kind of worth getting is Again. All 3 of them are like kind of rehashes of the songs that were already in the standard edition. So really, not worth the money to buy the new one, to buy the deluxe version, I mean. So here are my rankings for the songs. That's how I feel. Okay, so the album as a whole. So this album was good, and that's really the only word I have to describe this album. For a debut album, it was a really good album. But there were some really low points to this album, such as Rise, the bonus track, and for tracks off the original release, Hit the Lights and Show Me the Way, were just not good. I couldn't get into them. Okay, songs I do recommend listening to: Shockwave, Shout, and Warriors of Time, of course. Give Me a Chance, Let Me, Enterprise, Live Fast, Die Young, and Black Abyss are all good songs, and I do recommend giving this album a listen. My personal rating is a 65 out of 100. So, a good, solid album. Not one I will come back to constantly, but songs I will come back to would be Shockwave, Shout, and Warriors of Time. I rate this album 65 out of 100 because it is a debut album, and Black Tide still has a lot of room to grow. Their lyrics aren't the greatest. It's a lot of cliched terms, like they said, drug, sex, and rock, or drug, sex, and metal, or just all those type of cliches are rampant throughout this album, and really throughout this discography in hindsight. So after this debut album, Black Tide has a lot to go off of. They made a solid debut album. A 65 out of 100 is a solid release, with 50 being an average one. But we need to see a lot of growth and a lot of to see what kind of chops Black Tide has. So I want to give some special thanks to people who made this Discover Music review happen. I want to thank Alex Garcia and Anthony Starnella, 2 very good friends of mine, for reviewing this album with me and giving me their input. And if you guys want to see what they rated it, check it all down in the description. I will have all their reviews and their rankings and all their thoughts down in the description, and compare to see if you think more like them or more like me. And I want to also thank you guys, the viewers and subscribers of my channel. You guys are what make Discover Music happen. Don't forget to subscribe if you're a new viewer, and like this video. It really helps us a lot. Thank you for watching another Discover Music review, and see you with the next one. Peace out, guys.